I'm going to show you how to play the riff off the Dip's new track, Doing the Thing. If you haven't heard of the Dip, I'd highly recommend checking them out. If you like your funk, soul sort of stuff, they're a great band. So let's get stuck into the riff. Before we start, just to let you know, the link to the tab is in the description below. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And there's also a link to my Patreon in the description below as well. We're in G minor, and this whole riff is built and based around the G minor blues scale. So we start with a G on the low E. That's 3rd fret of the low E. And I'm using my ring finger. That's on beat 1. On beat 2, we play the 1st fret of the low E, F. So we go 3, 4, 1, 2. Right at the end of that F note, I'm doing a little quarter note bend, like this. Hear that pitch raise ever so slightly? I'm not just going, it's going, that little pitch raise. You don't want to overdo it. I mean, it's quite hard to overdo it down here, this close to the nut anyway. But yeah, just a quarter tone, just that little inflection on it. Now on beat 3, we've got it's basically this 3 E and. So I'm going on the A string, 5, 4, 3. I'm using 3 different fingers, ring, middle, index, and I'm picking down, up, down. Down, up, down. 3 E and. So it's basically this. 1, 2, 3 E and. However, you probably noticed there's a little detail on beat 3, or just as you do beat 3. There's a grace note slide into that 5th fret from the 4th fret. I don't think he does this every time, but they're the kind of band where everything's recorded live. It's not copy and pasted. So I've just done with this tab, I've just done the best sort of approximation of the general gist of everything. So and I think it sounds cool anyway. So grace note slide from 4 to 5, like that. So notice how we don't really hear that 4th fret. It's just a decoration of the 5th fret, really. That is just a decoration of that note. So far we've got 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3. After that, we've got, on my tab, I've put it here, 6th fret of the low E, a B flat, and I'm using my pinky. Or you can play the same note on the 1st fret of the A string. I don't think it really matters too much, I just prefer it there. That note happens on the E of 4, so it would go 3 E and a 4 E, 3 E and a 4 E. Let's try that whole first bar with the click. I'm going to put it at a slower speed. The actual tempo of this track is 79, or there or thereabouts. Obviously they're not playing with the click, I don't think, so it fluctuates, but I've set it at 79. Let's play that whole first bar with the click at 60. We'll get a 1 bar count and then we'll go for it. 3, 4. One final time. Okay, that takes us into the second bar. The first note of the second bar is on the and of 1, and it's the first fret of the low E, which is an F, which you've already had previously early in bar 1. So that's on the and of 1. And then we've got this chromatic ascent up to the G, so it goes. So, as I said, the F is on the and of 1, the F sharp, second fret, is on the E of 2, and then the G, third fret, is on beat 3. And that's quite a staccato note, that one. I cut it quite short. So if we go from beat 3 of bar 1. One, two. One more time. Like that. And then we've got tricky little ending to this. So we cut that G quite short. And then on the A of 3, we've got a dead note, a ghost note. There's a few different names for it, but ghost note, dead note. And that's just before we do another grace note slide. The grace note is on the 5th fret. So I would do this ghost note by, I'm going to do the slide with my ring finger. So I'm going to have my ring finger touching the A string, but not fretting. And it's going to be touching the A string over that 5th fret. So it's primed, it's ready to go like that. So if I do the ghost note into the slide, it sounds like this. Once we've done that slide, which is on beat 4, so it goes A4. Once we've done that slide on beat 4, we hit the 5th fret of the D string on the E of 4. And by the way, I'm doing that ghost note with an upstroke, and then picking the grace note slide with a downstroke. So I'm going up, down. I would then hit that 5th fret of the D string with an upstroke. So it'd go like this. 3, 4. I'll do that with the click. Again at 60 BPM. 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, once we've done that 5th fret of the D string with an upstroke, we're back to the 7th fret of the A string. And that's on the and of 4. So ignoring that little slide at the end, that whole little section, that whole little bit would sound like this. Do it one more time. 3. Okay. Then we've got this slide at the end. Slide to nowhere, slide to nothing. Now, how you do that is you remain in contact with the frets as you slide, but at a certain point you've got to imagine a plane taking off. At some point it's got to lift off the ground. If I don't lift off, we get this. and it just sounds a bit meh. So I'm taking off somewhere around the 5th or 4th fret. Notice once I get to there, there's no note. Bit of funny technique, can sound a bit weird if, you know, early days, but practice, I'm sure you'll get the sound of it right. And that leads us back to the start of the riff again. So if I just do that final little aphoriand, so go like this, 2, 3, and then we're back to that low G. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Let's play the whole riff now with the beat that I've made, but we'll do it at 60 again instead of full speed. Okay, so we'll get a 3-beat count, and then there's the drum fill that brings us in. Okay, let's try play along now at full speed. I hope this lesson's been useful to you. If you have any questions regarding the riff, or you have any requests for future tutorials, let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure I get back to you. Otherwise, see you next time.